Coach, just kind of your first thoughts on kind of another just tough one comes down the last couple of plays.
I think first and foremost, our guys gave us everything they had. I'm proud of them. I love the way they responded this week. I thought we had a great week of practice. I appreciated their efforts. This is a player's game, and they made one more play than us down the stretch. I thought it was obviously a back-and-forth contest. I felt great about having the ball there at the end. I didn't really feel like they could stop us, and one play doesn't win or lose a game. That's what I told these guys. Okay, one play doesn't win or lose a game, but there's a microcosm of some undisciplined play and execution, right, that hurt us, especially early in the game. So, but I am proud of our football team. These guys have no quit in them. I'm proud to be their coach, and we fell short tonight.
The last 2 weeks, obviously there's been some, teams been able to put up points. Oregon State only had 20 in the last 3 games. They had 41. What have you maybe seen in the last couple of games defensively that just seemed to maybe not be getting fixed the way you want to be?
I think tonight, they were just so far ahead of us in fourth downs. I think they kept the chains moving. We were never able to get that one stop. I think the one we got was early in the game, so they went 4 for 4 the rest of the way. They're ahead of us on third down, and obviously I thought we did a good job stopping their run game. They came out with 5 and ran the same New Mexico plays of last week is what we thought they were kind of going to do. But it's just not enough playmaking kind of in the core of our defense tonight, and credit to Oregon State.
I think on the last fourth down conversion, Bobby ends up on Walker, their top receiver. Is that something that just kind of happens with the scheme, or how does something like that get corrected or fixed that you don't have an edge on their top guy?
It's a simulated pressure cover two, anticipating the mesh routes and kind of what they've been doing all game. So we do a lot of that stuff in a bunch of different situations. It just pressure didn't hit, and he escaped out the back door, and that's the way it looked.
You mentioned not making the adjustments you need to pass games. How much of that was the case tonight?
Well, they threw for 313 yards. It's throwing the man. They kept us off balance with the boot game, the shot game. We weren't able to hit them. I don't think we had any sacks tonight, so it's one of those things when they throw that much and they're staying ahead of the chains in that variety, and it felt like we were winning some first downs, right? So you came into the game thinking if we can get them in second and long, like we're going to have a shot to go out there and hunt a little bit and create some disruption. So I give 17 a lot of credit. We kind of didn't know where that was going to be. We knew if he played, it was going to be more of the Oregon State offense versus 4 and 5. We're going to, play a little bit more shotgun spread offense. So we're prepared for both, and like I said, I give him credit.
I think again you mentioned that 44 is the most all season. At what point would you consider making a change as defensive coordinator?
These are all things that I keep in-house. Just like anything else, I evaluate everything for the best of the team constantly, and I'll continue to do that.
What can you do this next week to try to turn things around? You face a little adversity like you did last year. I know you said you handled differently. What can you do now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is right now it's about our seniors. This is senior week. We got 16 seniors that have put everything into our program that we got to play for on our home turf. We're fighting to be undefeated at home. There's a lot to finish with. And obviously our guys are very frustrated by this result, really the last 2 results. It isn't a lack of effort. Okay, there's some lack of execution and a bunch of different things that we need to do better to play winning football. But you can't give up 35 points a game and expect to continue to win, right? And the last 2 games, early in the season, we found some ways to win those games. And, tonight, like I said, we had the ball. There was 100% confidence that John was going to go down there and score it, and we haven't really fumbled all season, if I'm being honest. We've been great with the football and bad timing with that, and Kyle has given us everything. I know this is one mistake. I know he feels terrible about it, but he didn't let his team down. He played his ass off.
How many of the issues that came up against New Mexico on defense were the case tonight?
When they brought in 5, they used a lot of very similar schemes and different formations.
What stopped you guys from being able to stop that tonight?
Well, they just didn't do it the whole game. 5 only played here and there a little bit and had some packages. They hit the speed option out the gate, which we just got to execute that better. We were in bad position to get to the pitch and bad alignment on that play. It was just kind of a variety of different things, and they weren't just coming back to the same things.
AJ? Anything else?
Where do you guys go from here, and how do you try to correct the issues that led to these last 2 losses?
I think the biggest thing, Greg, is, obviously we're at the last game of the season, and like I said, the heart, the mind, the belief in our team just isn't evaporated in the last 2 weeks. Our guys still trust what we're doing. We got to do a little bit better. I got to put it's on me. I'm the head coach. I got to put them in the best situations to utilize our personnel to go out there and win football games that we're capable of winning. Right? These last 2 losses, we're capable of winning these games. So I take a critical eye at myself first. Right, and then I figure out ways that I can improve, and like I said, our guys will do what we ask them to do, right, and they'll come back to practice, and they'll keep giving us everything, and that's what I love and appreciate about our team.
And then I think you mentioned earlier that you guys have found ways to win these kinds of similar games earlier in the season. What was the difference, in that and the last weekend for you guys?
Sometimes it's the way the ball bounces. Sometimes who has it last. The San Jose deal at the end of just an amazing comeback to find a way to win a game. Fresno, we had the big pick. We were +2 kind of headed into the last series in the turnover battle and thought that was going to end up being the difference. And, we put one on the ground, right? So, it's a team game, though. I will say that. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and we got to figure out another way to respond as a football team against a Wyoming team that wants to come in here and finish their season as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.